Good morning and welcome back. You're now on the Entrepreneur Spotlight. I'm Tanda Chemelura, and today on the Spotlight we have with us a distinguished guest all the way from Hefa, Nigeria, the communication manager, Mr. Chuba Ezigwe. Good morning and welcome to the Spotlight.
Hi, good morning. Happy to be here.
Glad to host you. So, Ayute Africa. Can you tell us about Ayute Africa Challenge and how does it aim to support the young agri-tech innovators?
Okay. Thanks again. Ayute Africa Challenge was conceived about 3 to 4 years ago by Hefa International. There's two trajectories to Ayute Africa Challenge. There's the pan-continental trajectory to it, where as much as $1.5 million is available for growth stage agri-tech companies across Africa. We've had previous winners like Hello Tractor, Cold Hubs, and a good number of them spread across sub-Saharan Africa. But while that was happening for the growth stage companies that have been around for 5 years, for 10 years, addressing the problems of smallholder farmers, addressing the pain points of smallholder farmers, as an organization, Hefa International thought that while that's happening, how about startups who might not be ready to, put in their proposals or their solutions for the big one, but might just need that little push to stabilize their innovations, stabilize their companies, and also address the problems of these farmers. So the Ayute Africa Challenge now decided to create the country-level challenge. So Ayute Africa Challenge Nigeria is happening in Nigeria. There's Ayute Africa Challenge Kenya, Uganda, across 9 countries. But at this lower level, there's a grant of about $40,000 that's available for young agri-tech entrepreneurs aged 18 to 35 to pitch their ideas at a grand finale that's usually very interesting. There's a whole process that gets up to that, to pitch their ideas and win a part of this $40,000. So Ayute Nigeria is in its 4th season now, and it's currently where the window where entries are coming in. Yeah.
Amazing. So, what criteria must the applicants meet in order to qualify for this cash grant, and what kind of innovations are you looking for at the Ayute Africa Challenge?
Okay, so there's a lot of transformation that's happened across different sectors, in Nigeria and across the world. I remember when fintech, started out, and now everybody has a tech side, but it was a financial space really that created that platform for a lot of the ideas of these young people to be harnessed. And with these ideas, you see what's happening in the financial sector with fintech. So we thought, what about agri-tech? And you see a bit of that is happening in the health sector as well, with telemedicine, post-COVID telemedicine, and a couple of other groundbreaking innovations in the health space. But in the agri space, agriculture is the 2nd highest contributor to our national GDP. Most of our smallholder farmers are elderly. It's not a very palatable career for young people, yet the future of Nigeria is dependent on agriculture. We need to become a food secure nation. Nigeria is import dependent. There's a lot of indices that's not in our favor. Yet we need to harness our might in agriculture and stabilize our economy. So as an organization, we thought that bringing together the energy of these young ones, the intelligence of these young ones, and merging it with what's already happening in this space, we will unearth a new kind of transformation that's required in agriculture. Ayute actually means agriculture, youth, and technology. So it's a coming together of these 3 variables, to foster transformation in our food systems. So for Ayute Africa Challenge Nigeria 2025, as it's been over the past 3 years, you've got to, 1, have an innovation, which essentially means an existing company. And you would be amazed at the amount of young Nigerians who, from high school, have begun to create solutions that address problems of farmers, right? Have their books in order, have things going on. They are not just there with the idea. They've incubated the idea and they've bettered something. So those are the people we are looking for. There are a couple of subspaces in the agricultural industry that you might say we've got interest in, but essentially it's about the smallholder farmer. Once your innovation is addressing the problems of smallholder farmers, some of these problems are access to innovative finance, access to market. If you can create the linkage between the farmer who's cultivating and the off-taker who's at the farmer's gate, that's excellent. Climate smart agriculture. It could be climate smart weather advisory services, in multiple languages, obtainable by SMS, not necessarily by apps or using your smartphone, because most of our farmers can't even afford these things. So anything that's innovative, scalable, something that might be currently you might be reaching 1,000 farmers with it, but it can be scaled to reach 1 million. Something that's scalable, innovative, affordable, because again, our farmers must be able to afford this technology, accessible and available. Then you're the one, really. We've got many success stories over the years of previous winners, and you can't imagine how much success that has come out of Ayute Africa Challenge project.
So you're saying you don't, you have to have an existing company, and then you don't necessarily have to be a farmer. You can be a middleman between the farmers and their consumers to qualify for this grant.
Yeah, you just have to be a young person with a company and an innovation that's addressing the problem of farmers.
Amazing. So beyond financial support, because I'm glad you mentioned fintech now, beyond financial support, what other benefits and opportunities does the Ayute Africa Challenge offer to the participants?
Well, I'd even go with the mentorship, because for me it's more important. I'll give a typical example. We had a couple of years ago, one of the finalists, it was among the top 5 finalists, but he wasn't in the top 3. He didn't win, right? We had excellent participants across all levels, throughout the season of Ayute Africa Challenge 2 years ago. But he kept at it because HEFA International will continue to provide mentorship. We have like an alumni of previous finalists. Linkages, we've provided linkages for our winners to participate in programs around the world, including MIT in the US. The MIT Solve had, the last cohort of the MIT Solve had previous Ayute finalists, for example. So we provide mentorship and guidance. So I just give you a quick case in point. So Nimsi Solar, a young man, Charles Atere, founded an innovation that leverages solar to provide irrigation. So, Nigeria is usually rain-fed irrigation, basically. But with his innovation, there's a solar-powered irrigation pump that he created. So you just need surface-level water, you plug it in, and then you water your farm. But he didn't win because it was very competitive at the time. But we continue to provide mentorship. Today, if you do a quick Google search of SVIPs, Charles is everywhere. Is now going beyond Nigeria, and we've continued to handhold him. Even today, he's one of our partners. He's not an Ayute winner, but he's one of our partners. So we continue to provide mentorship. We create an ecosystem of these finalists and these innovators, make sure that we expose them to numerous other opportunities. They participate in conferences around the world, in agri-tech conferences, AFS forum, for example, and the likes. So we're more focused actually on the business incubation and the business support services than just the financial reward. Yeah.
Interesting. So you're saying aspiring participants can actually come in for mentorship even without applying for the grant and participating in the challenge?
So they have to apply and participate. That way they join the database, the alumni, right? Okay. So after winning, we leave our doors open. We continue to engage. They continue to come to us, actually, and continue to refine.
The mentorship programs, is it just for the winners or for every participant?
So it's for the participants. Yeah. Everyone who's participated in Ayute has the opportunity to continue to enjoy this collaboration and mentorship. All you need to do is what has changed, right? You didn't win the last time. if you stay at where you were the last time, it might be difficult for you to leverage opportunities that still exist. But what has changed? Have you improved your innovation? Do you now reach more farmers? Is it now more scalable? Is it more accessible? Because there must be some sort of feedback, right, and take home that you got from the time you participated. So if you take all of that back and you put more work in your innovation, then you can leverage opportunities that exist within the space here.
Amazing. So finally, how can interested young innovators apply for the Ayute Africa Challenge, and what is the deadline for submissions?
Okay, so it was opened up February 27th. It's supposed to run until 31st of March. And of course, you can apply on www.ayute.africa/Nigeria. So it's ayute.africa/Nigeria. Deadline is March 31st, but we've just had a brainstorming session recently, and our country director and all our critical partners are considering, I may even just say here that we would extend this time, because there's huge interest from university and college students. There's huge interest. We began an Ayute campus store yesterday. So we're at the University of Abuja, and they said to us, can we have a bit more time? We have these innovations, we have these companies. So we now said, okay, we're likely to extend to April 11th. We will extend to April 11th, yes. And that will afford us the opportunity to go around a bit more schools, from Lagos to Ibadan, to across the country, and bring this opportunity to the students physically, and then allow them a bit more time to apply. So April 11 is the new deadline, and ayute.africa/Nigeria. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Chuba Ezigwe, for all this information. We hope to see you on subsequent episodes, even after the program must have held, to give us feedback on the event and how we're doing. Thank you for coming on the spotlight.
Thank you.
All right. Unfortunately, this is where we draw the curtains on the Entrepreneur Spotlight. We'll go on a short break, and we'll be back with Aisha B at the entertainment segment on the weekend show. I'm Tende Chimelu. Don't go anywhere.